First two games could have gone either way, and Planet Xpress is perfectly capable of taking it back and making this a longer series. But we are actually already in the game, so we're going to hop in now and see Colwn, AKM on the attack. The map is Fortress. This is Planet Xpress's second map choice, as you know, the first one was Archways, and they were just barely not able to make that one happen. If we can get some game sounds, I think everything will be perfect. But AKM attacking right now. We've got Planet Xpress, Buds, Vince, and Tailspin hanging out in the back. 35-meter shot on Vince to get started. AKM hopping around, looking for some other defenders to take shots at. Tailspin and Buds still MIA. Not sure where AKM is going to head from here.
Yep, and you can see here as AKM is just trying to figure out where that defender is inside of the pit. But now both defenders have actually opted to just move. Actually, some smart movement by both defenders, as a matter of fact. Let me not just you know, say only one. But AKM, though, able to land the shot there on Tailspin. It will be a 1v1, and now Buds is not going to be able to stop it as AKM gets the cap. Of course, that would have sounded pretty good with some game sound, but
yeah.
There we go. It's back.
There we are.
Yay.
Sorry about that, folks. We, you know, there's a button somewhere that someone forgot to press, but that's fine. We've got Tailspin attacking for Planet Xpress. Will he be able to match? Wait, Tailspin's attacking first? They're rotating.
Yeah.
Buds.
Interesting.
Buds has been the first attacker basically all weekend. I mean, yesterday, Planet Xpress played 3 games for their group. That's all they had to play for the tournament so far. And I think this is the first time that I've seen Tailspin rotated to be attacking first. I don't know if this is a Fortress-only strategy or if you know, something's occurring in the first 2 games that makes them kind of scratch their heads and change it up a bit. But check that out. Wins and Sturmy landing 3 rockets there, putting themselves at a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, actually, me and Tailspin had a chance to speak before the interview that I conducted with him, and he said that, you know, usually Tailspin's the one who attacks first, but Buds was just so on point that they felt like there was, you know, they might as well just put him first and to see how he does. And granted, he was doing great, you know, just until this game. They're experiencing a lot of opposition here by Colwn, and you know, Colwn's a great team, and no one's taking that away from them, obviously. But the takeaway here for, you know, Planet Xpress is that they're right now suffering a lot, and they need to answer back. They have to stop wins here. They cannot allow a 3-0 because that will just be a lot of hard work for Planet Xpress. You can see here as Wins trying to line up that shot as he dips around the corner. Whoa. Lots of rockets flying in his direction. Good crossing there by PX, but it seems like not to be enough. As Wins actually missing that laser, which usually lands, and now Wins is going to be in a spot here where he has to get in there, but he is not going to have time, and he is going to get taken out by 2 shots from Buds, 1 from Tailspin to end that round 1-2. Now it's going to be up to Buds, I believe. Yes, it will be up to Buds to attack, who's the second attacker for PX.
Buds has some fans in the audience, you know, using their thunder sticks and yelling directly at him in the front row. Buds attacking now, though. We've got Wins, AKM, and Sturmy on Colwn, setting up for defense. We'll see in just a moment where Buds is going to be headed with this. This is a really tough spot to attack into. It is probably one of the scariest maps for an attacker. It's an uphill battle. The pit right at the end can be very, very interesting. It can make for some really impressive shots, though, as you know, the defenders down inside the pit really don't have a ton of vision outside of it. So when time starts to tick down, the attacker can circle like a shark, you know, do some flying shots, leaping across, jamming lasers in where they can. Sturmy with that last shot, though. Actually, AKM hitting from the rear there. That's a lot of defensive rockets there for Sturmy. AKM and Wins so far, 2 successful rounds, and now Sturmy is attacking for Colwn. You
know, that was actually a you know, pretty heartbreaking round there for Buds, because he had a great plan. It's just his laser was not connecting, and they really do need to get that back, and they have to do it soon, or else they could be facing elimination here at IPL 5. Now we do have Sturmy on board here, as he's going to be the one attacking here for Colwn. Of course, you know, Sturmy known as the Quake player, the Quake Pro, very successful player. He is going to miss that that laser, though. That was going to be on Vince, if I'm correct. Yep, and Vince actually trying to play back, but Buds jumps up, and I do not agree with that move there by Buds, as it seems as if Sturmy now just trying to see if he can at least get one more defender on that goal by shooting through it, but he is able to get one on Tailspin. Now it's going to be up to Vince here. Vince needs to come up clutch here. He is a great, solid defender. That's what Tailspin had told me earlier. Let's see what he could do as he moves in for the goal, and it was just not enough, as Sturmy extends the lead for this team to 4-1 with 2 attack round wins. That is just not good for Planet Xpress, as they are struggling right now in Fortress, which was their map choice.
That's true. Colwn was just barely edging out Tailspin and company in the first 2 games. Buds and Tailspin both had impressive performances on Collided and Archways, but right now Vince will be attacking him for Planet Express. We'll see how he does. But Colwn right now is just looking phenomenal with those 2 attacking rounds and their great defensive setups so far on Fortress. Vince trying to make something work here, already lost a point of armor from a great shot from AKM, and now this is that point that I was talking about where it can be really hard to attack in because all the players down in the pit are just going to be lobbing rockets blindly. Even if you're running around the outside, it can be really tough. Sturmy, again, being the top defender for Colwn, and now AKM is up to attack. He's got a very comfortable 5-1 lead to work with. You know, there's not a ton of pressure right now to land an attacking round, but if he does manage to get it, that could be, you know, inescapable defeat for Planet Express. You know, it does only take a few lasers, so there's always a chance for a comeback, but against a team of this caliber, that is asking a lot.
Yep, and you can see here is AKM getting hit once, so he's going to have 2 armor left at this time. You know, rockets flying all over the place, and AKM just needs to avoid him, needs to pick off at least 1 defender here. Like you said, if he wins this attacking round, great. If not, you know, it's not necessarily a big deal considering the lead that they have right now with 2 attack round wins, and Planet Express did not have an answer, and AKM actually is going to end up dropping down to the bottom, trying to take another shot with the laser. Rockets flying everywhere, trying to ping as well to see if a defender is actually going to be creeping on that broken wall there, but that does not happen. Rockets whizzing right by the right side of AKM as he jumps in there, and he gets 1 connected. That's going to be Bud's. Good shot there by him, and it will be up to Tailspin now on the attack, the leadoff attacker that has been switched for Planet Express. Let's see what he could do and get this team back into the game.
He needs to find something soon. Down 2 attacking rounds means that they've got very limited opportunity still to be able to catch up, and you know, we saw in the previous maps there was never a point where one team had 2 attacking rounds on the other one. It was always 1 at a time, and the other team would catch up. They exchanged the lead a couple of times, but neither team has been up 2 attacking rounds. Tailspin unable to take off any defenders just now, but does lose a point of armor in the process. There he goes, landing the 2.5-meter shot right in the face of AKM. Wins and Sturmy are still playing, though. Sturmy has been the defensive superstar so far, and I'm sure it'll come down to a duel at the end if Tailspin can manage to find and eliminate someone here.
Yep, and he does actually identify 1 defender. He's going to try and move in for the goal as he's going to have 2. And he manages to cap it, giving some life to Planet Express once again. Nice stuff there by Tailspin, keeping this game as close as he possibly can. And now it's going to be up to Wins to attack here as he has no attack round wins for this squad. But you know what? That could change in this round if Planet Express does not play top form. And let's see what they could do here. Rockets flying all over the place. You know, it's always a pre-fire at the beginning of the game to kind of zone them out and get them going where you want them to go. But on Fortress, it's just so difficult in that initial run. It really plays out here in the pit where that's where all the action is going to be taking place. Granted, though, you can see the attacker. He's going to be dipping all around the pit here and utilizing all these different structures to make his movement happen as he is going to be able to take out Buds. Now it's actually going to be a 1v2 here. Wins versus Vince and Tailspin. Nice connection there by Tailspin, and he is not able to connect with the laser on the right side. Tailspin there with the challenge, and they are going to throw down some more rockets, and seems like a lot of the cover is being done here. Wins, though, not able to connect with that shot by the goalpost, and oh man, those rockets were so close. You actually see him right below his feet. They were whizzing by. Ouch. Nice connection there by Vince once again, and a clutch stop by Vince to make this 5-4, and now it's going to be Buds on the attack. Let's see what he could do for Planet Express and get this team back on board and contending in this Game 3.
We are inching ever closer to that 9-point limit. Again, you must win by 2, and right now Colwn is in a great position to do that. Buds attacking in now has definitely a good chance to be able to bring Planet Express back into an even keel. Wins, AKM, and Sturmy still on defense as Buds is looking for that first shot to be able to take. There are some interesting things you can do on this map regarding that little broken wall that Buds has just in his crosshair right now. You can actually leap up that and try to take some free shots.
You have to have a lot of momentum, though.
Yeah, well, you can leap up it onto the ledge, but really I just meant leaping up it to take a free peek at seeing some defenders. You can usually get your crosshair over the edge there, and sometimes there'll be a defender in range, but wow, AKM landing that shot. Very good prediction. Timing. Buds does pick off, Wins, and suddenly it's just Sturmy and him down in the pit. There's AKM.
Oh my God.
As well. Buds with 2 armor left, 10 seconds left on the clock. Will he be able to defeat this last defender? It is AKM. Suddenly next shot, Wins. Can he hop on the goal or land the laser? He's got 4 seconds to do it. 3, 2, 0. as AKM does land that last eliminating rocket.
That was a very clutch play there, you know, keeping the lead as best as they possibly can. Now it's going to be up to Sturmy here to extend it and make it into a 7-4 game here. He does have an attack round under his belt at this time, so this could be a good win for him if they do manage to take this. You know, granted, don't sell Planet Express short yet as they are inching their way. They're finally getting their laser together. They're feeling it, and let's see here if Sturmy now can prevent that and end that hot streak that they're feeling right now. Granted, Buds did not get that attack round win, but you have to take into consideration that they're feeling pretty good after being down, you know, I think three or four rounds at that point. Sturmy now trying to just stay alive as the Rockets are whizzing right by him. Sturmy going to dip around the side. He's going to be able to take out Vince. Now it's going to be a 1v2. Tailspin and Buds, and oh, nice connection there by Tailspin. Sturmy has to pretty much take one more defender out here to kind of even it up and make this in his favor, or not even it up, but just tip it in his favor, I should say. And he is able to take one, but Sturmy gets taken out by Tailspin with 2 shots on Sturmy. Nice stuff there indeed. Tailspin with 5 defensive rockets and that attack round win there. That's going to be big. Now it will be up to Vince, who actually has been playing pretty solid, I must say, on the attack rounds and playing when they need him to play. And you know, let's just see if he could do it again here on Fortress.
That's right. Vince seems to find attacking rounds when they matter the most. We'll see if he's got what it takes this time around. Wins, AKM, and Sturmy have been playing like defensive beasts so far here on Fortress, though, and it could be very tough for him if he can't land a shot early. Also, losing a point of armor early would be pretty devastating, so we'll see who can actually get that first exchange, who ends up on top, and then basically the rest of the round will be decided from there. Vince moving up now. Can he find a defender to take a free shot at? He actually doesn't, and this is a tricky spot because they can spam rockets right at that lip that you saw Vince leap up on, and that he is going to actually be punished for going down on that ledge, and suddenly rockets are everywhere. The goal is going to be open, but he got there just a second too soon. All 3 defenders still standing. That was going to be a rough chance at landing an attack anyway, but now we've got AKM attacking for Colwn. He did have a successful attacking round earlier this map. They are sitting at 7-5. They're getting really, really close to that 9-point limit. Let's go ahead and watch his entire attacking round POV. Yep,
and you can see that the approach for Colwn, their entire team has been just get to the pit as soon as you possibly can. Just get there, and the pit meaning the goal, which you see right across from AKM, and then just see from there what you want to do. But AKM has a plan in action here. Let's see what he could do, because I'm liking this one. Granted, though, we can see if it doesn't work out or not. He doesn't able to connect anyone, but he is able to take one guy out. That's going to be Buds with a nice snapshot to the left, and he is able to connect with another one on Vince, and it will be up to Tailspin. This is a more than winnable situation for AKM. AKM needs to play this one as smart as possible because you do not want to sleep against Tailspin, and he manages to take him out with a shot through the corner, and it all falls right now on Tailspin, if I'm correct. Yes, it does. To keep them in this matchup here, they need this one. They're facing elimination at this point, folks.
Yep, with Colwn already up 2-0. This is the 3rd map in a best-of-5 series. That means if Colwn can successfully defend, they will be our first finalists for our first ever Shootmania tournament here at IPL 5. They've got a lot of money riding on this right now. 3rd and 4th place will receive $8,000. 2nd place gets $15,000. 1st place gets $30,000. Tailspin off to a good start, though. He wants a taste of some of that money, and he is going to continue playing as hard as he can to make sure that happens.
Yep, and you can see here, nice shot by Tailspin. He can keep the drive alive here for Planet Express as he manages to take one out. That's going to be Wins. Finding Sturmy over in the backside there. 4 seconds until it becomes alive. That's going to be the goal, and Sturmy's going to find his way into the pit now, so the position has been lost by Tailspin as he kind of had that advantage. My God, Tailspin keeping the drive alive for Planet Express, and now it's going to be up to this team to keep up with the defense here. It will be Wins on the attack, and then after this, it will be Buds attacking for Planet Express, so they have a lot of work put up for them here.
I think this is actually their best possible scenario, though. We've got an attacker who hasn't gotten around just yet, so defense perhaps could be good, and Buds is just an extremely strong attacker. That is who I would want that responsibility to fall on, basically, so we'll see. Planet Express definitely has a chance to take this into extra rounds, but Wins with 3 successful lasers would put Colwn into the finals.
Yeah, for sure, and you know, this is pretty much match point at this time. Wins trying to connect with those lasers, not able to do so, as you can see Tailspin there trying to dip around. He's trying trying to be careful, but he does manage to connect with one, so that was a good trade there for Tailspin. And oh man, Wins could have connected with that laser, and that could have been real bad there for the guys at Planet Express. But Wins is actually going to get picked one more time, and it's going to be a 1v2 with one armor left. Can Wins do it? He's able to connect the one shot there on Buds, and there's going to be the goal available, and Wins missing the shot. It will be a 1v1. Vince needs to come up clutch here as Wins goes in, and nice clutch there by Vince to keep the drive alive for Planet Express in this game 3 on Fortress. Now we're going to have Buds on the attack for this team, and he could tie it all up right here.
Let's go ahead and take his POV the whole way through. This is another opportunity to get things tied up here, but it's also map point once again for Colwn. This is the 3rd map point round in a row. The pressure is on Buds. Playing on LAN, had some amazing attacking rounds yesterday and this morning. We'll see if he's got what it takes to keep Planet Express in this tournament.
Yep, and you can see here as Buds is just trying to get his maneuver down and does not want to take one armor at this point because the round is still very early and just narrowly missing that rocket as Buds is just trying to see if he can pick one guy off, but he's not able to. 14 seconds on the clock at this time. Buds trying to get the lay of the land here. Needs to take off at least one defender. Loses an armor. That's not going to be a good look here as it's going to be 6 seconds until it becomes live. Let's see if Buds can do this, folks, as he is going to have Wins right in front of him. He knows that he has a lot of pressure. He's able to connect, and
it's all over.
And that is it for Planet Express. They are eliminated from the tournament, but such a hard-fought battle, guys. Give it up for Planet Express as they fought their heart out in this matchup.
And give it up for your winners, Colwn. They won the series 3-0 in that best-of-5 semifinal. They will be moving on to the finals. They've guaranteed themselves at least $15,000 in prize money. If they get first place, they'll be taking home 30 grand. Our next semifinal will begin setting up immediately and will be taking place after a little bit of a longer break, but you know, don't go anywhere. SK Gaming with Rafa, Clock, and ID versus Fnatic Raid Call with EP Strengths and Lacame. That will be an excellent match as well. Do not go anywhere. We're going to be taking a slightly longer break. Again, congratulations to Colwn. Huge thanks to Planet Express grabbing that 3rd, 4th place spot and $8,000 for their efforts. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Anything you'd like to say before we go to the break?
No, I'd just like to thank the crowd for getting into it, as well as the viewers at home. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to be right back. So, you know, it's going to take a little while for the teams to set up, so don't go anywhere. I know you guys get antsy out there with the, you know, with the commercials and stuff, but I promise we'll be back with some more awesome Shootmania coming up in just a bit. So take it easy. We'll be right back.